hopes and aspirations for this fight. Can't land that jab. Good counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fight. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Punch, counter punch. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Good punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. That counter punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. They miss with the jab. A perfect counter lands. Catch and shoot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. There's the bell for round two. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
They exchange punches. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, this is the... On to the third. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punching. Straight right just misses. Fantastic Big punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And the Takeover's in some big trouble now. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean, very close round with 10 seconds to go. Robinson in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. There's the bell for round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's a counter shot. Swing and a miss with that jab. It's all offense all the time. A perfect counter shot. That punch is beginning to take its toll. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That one lands. They both want the knockout. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Got caught sleeping on the job.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Robinson. Back into the fray here in round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if he can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
And he scores with the counter. Those counter punches have to hurt. Can't score with that jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope. You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. And around the... Let's start the 6. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well done with that counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
A straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. Beautiful counter shot. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Nice counter. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter punch. Nice counter shot. And Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
They exchange punches. Catch and shoot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. His stamina is off the charts. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This is a high-octane battle. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Robinson in that last round. And they're back at it again here in round 8. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well done with that counter shot. Good counter punch. Punch, counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. You'd like to see more jabs. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
How about that time counter shot? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. What a dominant performance, and it showed.